Good afternoon and welcome to our panel on instructor presence. I'm Kathy Gillis. I'm probably waving right now. And my cohort in crime is Julie Hall. We are from Napa Valley College. And what you're looking at is a brief introductory video just to kind of tell you where we're coming from. This is the Napa Valley College online, our online classes portal. And as you can see, probably we're using Blackboard 9 like I'm sure a lot of you do. But what we're talking about is bridging the gap between our online classes and face-to-face classes. We know, at least at our college, and I'm sure every college is different, but we know that students often, it might be their first class, they take the online classes for the wrong reason sometimes, i.e. they think they're easier. I'm sure there's some heads nodding right now. But also, the online experience is very silent. For the most part, you might have instructors that are going to put their, a lecture here, a podcast there. But what we're actually advocating is a much more dominant instructor presence, which helps to bridge that gap, particularly for students with extra needs or needing extra repetitiveness, which is really key pedagogically. So if I'm a student and I'm looking at this, I see quite a bit of information, all my classes. This was actually the class that I taught this last semester, so I don't have any students in here anymore, but I can kind of show you how I had this work. So if you're an online student and you're looking at this, you might be confused, obviously. We try to do orientations as well, but again, what we're finding is feeling like your instructor is at least explaining things, even repeating things, and is available is extremely important to an online student. It doesn't necessarily, it seems like from an instructor point of view, you might think, oh God, I don't want to do more work on the online class. We all know the real truth is that online classes are much, much more work than face-to-face. There's just a lot of stuff to make up for. However, I would argue that using more of audio particularly will actually lessen your workload. You'll have less questions. You'll have less issues down the line. So here's what I'm talking about. On the course homepage, and we'll talk more about this in the panel, but just to give you an example, on the course homepage, you're seeing the weeks. Some people use learning modules like I do. It's just easier. It's just like a binder with all the stuff they have to do during the week. I admire anyone that gives assignments daily. That's a lot to do for online, but most of us do it by week, I believe. So in any given week, I try to add lots of visual and kinesthetic and different kinds of learning styles, blah, blah, blah. But what you're going to hear now is a little bit of the audio I have. And what I do is I make it auto start. And this solves a lot of issues right away with an audio that once the student gets a hold of it, they might try to open it with a different software. And if you have it automatically opening, so you see it here in number 6, I have it on auto start. And I want you to hear this. The end of our semester almost. I know it may not feel like it because all of your classes, I'm sure, are getting to the end as well, and it's lots of work. But feel reassured that as teachers, our work will end long after yours when we're grading. So currently I am trying to get back your common draft essays so you can have some feedback before if you need or want to use the same subject for your argument paper. So I hope you'll find those helpful. Don't wait for that though. Go ahead and start on your argument papers. So just keep in mind that what you were supposed to do for the common ground essay, which not everyone did, was you were supposed to show 2 sides of an argument of a controversial topic. Now I just paused it. You can see down here. It automatically will put your audio at the end. I just use a regular PC, the built-in sound recorder with a snowflake or any kind of microphone works just fine. And I was able to pause it. This is in addition to the list of things to do for the week. And they can always replay it. And that is the key, the repetition, the taking of the iPod podcast or audio and repeating it as many times as you need. So in our panel, we'll discuss some of the strategies we use in class and what our students are reporting back. Welcome, and I hope we have a good session.